ever tried something, given up on it, only to try it again because you wanted to buy something pretty? No? Just me? Hey everybody, welcome to Runs on Espresso, where we combine planning and creativity to tackle our to-do list. In today's video, we are taking a closer look at some new Erin Condren items. Up first is the 7x9 monthly planner. I said a couple months ago, or whenever this first came out, that I was not going to get a monthly planner because I don't really use the monthly planner that I have. But then I remembered that I have been using it and I need a new one. I use my monthly calendar or planner to track the courses and classes that I'm taking on my own to be better at photography, writing, content, whatever type of thing that I want to improve on. I like to plan out the days that I'm going to watch a specific video or a class, and I do have some that expire that I have to watch within a certain time frame, so I track that in my monthly planner. And then on the lined pages after the month, I take notes. I write down the class, who's teaching it, and just some notes to help me remember what I saw, help me retain that knowledge. And I figured that was a good excuse to get this coil and the new Star Wars cover. Look at the details on this cover. Like, we got silver, like holographic, and my hair. I saw this cover and I had to have it. It's got silver, like little details in it, and kind of this drippy watercolor look to it. I love this color. I did go with the Edavi Inspire insides. I wanted the canvas, but that's not available in the monthly. And I have the wildflower in my compact vertical, so I figured let's do Edavi. And here is August 2023. That is the start date that I picked because that's when I'm going to start using it. So like I said, monthly page, I will put in, Saturday the 5th, I want to watch these two classes. And then on the notes page, I will write the class name, teacher, and then jot down some notes. Here we have the new monthly dashboard. I'm going to use the goals part up here to list out the courses that I want to complete or the classes I want to watch, and when I want to complete them by. The two middle boxes, important dates and important projects, I'm not sure if I will use those yet. If I do, it'll probably be to list out maybe the classes that I took, maybe things that sound interesting for the future. And then at the bottom we have a habit tracker here. I'm not sure if I will use this. I was thinking the one way I could use it would be to write the class I'm taking here, and then I can mark off however many components there are to that class and cross those off as I take them. So this is the 7x9 monthly planner with the upgraded coil. I believe the regular price is $39.50, and then with the upgraded coil I paid $49.50. Now I also grabbed a few other things in my order. Of course, I had to get the Daily Priorities Sticky Notes booklet. This is $16.50, and for that price, I am slightly disappointed. The book part of it is this very, very paper cardboard material. It's not even cardboard. It's more of a cardstock, and I thought it was going to be something a little more heavy duty, like this one in the seasonal surprise box that doesn't really bend or flop around. Instead, it's kind of this floppy, bendable material. But inside you have a lot of sticky notes. So you have 2 over here and 1 pad over here. On the left-hand side, you have 2 different sizes. You have a important that says today, tomorrow, later with a little checkbox next to it. And then you have some large flags down here. And taking a look at these, this important is 4 by just a tad less than 3 inches. It is just over an inch across, and then each of these here are about an inch. Actually, this end one here is a little less than an inch. So you go a little over an inch, an inch, an inch, and a little less than an inch there. And they are all 3 inches tall. So make sure you can see that, which means this over here is almost 6 inches, and it is 4 inches across. It says today, top priorities, and it has a blank box there. And you have a spot for the date in the corner. Then you get 5 checklists and a blank box at the bottom. There are a variety of ways that you can use the different combination of sticky notes, and even though I don't like the backing, I do like the sticky notes themselves. Do I think this is worth $16.50? Probably not. Oh, and we got the Post-it branding on the back of that pad, and this one as well. So I'm going to guess these are probably Post-its too. So these are Post-it branded Post-it notes, if anyone cares about that. Next up, I got the 24 count reusable index cards. I was mostly interested in these because I am learning how to get the stories in my head out as short stories or novels or whatever you want to call it, and a lot of writers use index cards. I was going to order just a regular package off of Amazon, but I saw these and I thought I would give them a try. Plus, they are color blends. So you know me, I love some color blends. On one side, on the other side, you have white with the asterisks. The reusable index cards are $12.50. The only thing I wish they had was I wish this side had just like a really faint set of lines across so that you could use, this as like your flashcard and then this as like the writing, like you would a normal index card. That is the only thing I think these are lacking. But if you have reusable index cards, how are you going to write on them? Well, you can order the retractable dry erase pens. And these are $16.50 for a set of 6, and they come in hot pink, red, lemon, aloe, Pacific, and purple. These work really well. The only thing I wish is that they had a fine tip version of these. They are, for me, a little harder to hold than my normal pens because they are a little bit bigger of a barrel than, like a regular pen, and they're very smooth. So you can write on your reusable index card, and since they are dry erase, you just wipe them off. I love the idea of these. I do wish they had a fine tip option in these. I have the wet erase fine tips. I love the fine tip on the wet erase, but the problem with those is even if you shake them to activate them, they often have to be reactivated, or I have found that I either get all of the ink or none of the ink, even after shaking it for what feels like hours. So I am not a big fan of the wet erase. I prefer these dry erase. The only problem with the dry erase is they can rub off easier than the wet erase because you just need a towel. Sometimes if it rubs against another paper or something, some of the dry erase will come off. Pros and cons of both wet and dry erase. Moving on, we are going to take a look at some other new pens because you know me, I always gotta get the pens. I got the set of 6 chisel and dot tip. These come in bamboo. Make sure I have that on camera. Bamboo, rust, blush, lilac, denim, and seafoam. I already did a little swatch test for you. And looking at these colors, the pink, the blush, doesn't really go with the rest of the set here. Like, I think all of the colors go well together except for that blush. It is nowhere near what it looks like on the back here. This is hot pink bordering on orange, whereas I was expecting something a little more tame. That's not quite the word I'm looking for. Subdued. That's a better word. Like these other colors, the seafoam, the denim, lilac, rust, and bamboo are a little more subdued. They're not in your face, whereas that blush is like, boom, I am here. The ink in here is not as inky as the Ohuhu dot markers, but as you can see, as I tried to press to make a bigger dot, they don't get nearly as big as the Ohuhu dots. The nice thing is with not being so inky, you don't get any kind of bleed through on the back. Actually, I don't even see any real shadowing going on here either. And this is from an Erin Condren notepad. So it's the same paper as in the planner. So these might be great for use in your planner without much bleed or shadowing on the other side. Pull the camera back out because the last 2 items are a little bit bigger. I grabbed, finally, after going back and forth for a while, the desk organizer set of 3. So these are part of the pastel acrylic collection that they have right now. The set of 3 is $26.50, and I got these to organize the one drawer in my desk. It has some stickers, some envelopes, some cords, headphones, just like random things in there. And it's kind of a mess. So I thought I would get these to kind of corral everything. I wasn't originally going to order these because I wasn't sure about the purple, but I have since added some other of the purple items to my collection. I figured might as well get these. So these are the desk organizer set of 3, and you can either use them like this in your drawer, or you can stack them on your desk. Although if you stack them like so, you don't have easy access to whatever you've put in the other containers. But it does save some space to stack. The organizers here are about 8 1/4 long, and you get about 8 inches of actual room in the container. And going across, they are 3 inches across and about 2 3/4 across on the inside. Looking at the, trying to find out a good way to do the height here. It is not quite 1.75 tall. The last item I got is another new one. This is the compartment storage, and I grabbed this for washi, erasers, other little things that I have on my desk. I've got like washi cutters, different like binder clips, erasers, just all kinds of little things like rolls of washi just hanging around on my desk. And I thought this would be a nice little place to kind of corral them. So it has a cover, opens up like that. And inside you have these little dividers. You get 4 of them. So you can take them all out and you have one big container. If you wanted to put things like scissors or maybe a small ruler, you could do that. Or if you want to put the little doors in, it comes with them all in like this, so you get 5 little containers. But you could take out this one and have a little bit bigger over here. You could take out that one and put one in here. You could take out that, have like a nice long area and 2 smaller areas. And then if you do that and you don't want to lose these, they have the little slots here on the end that you can stick them in, because you can't really put anything in this tiny little slot there. At least not that you'd be able to get out easily. And then that also means you have a nice purple on the end instead of being able to see whatever you put in there. So like, let's say I put this binder clip in here. You can see it, or you can put in your little thing there, and now you can't see it from the side. I do like when things are a little bit personalizable, configurable, so that you can figure out what works best for you. And taking a look at the measurements here. So if we go end to end, it is just under 9 inches. And side to side, it is about 3 1/4. So you have almost 9 inches and 3 1/4 for your storage area. Overall, it is just over 9 inches across and 4 inches wide. And measuring height here, it is about 2 1/4 tall. And then if you put in all the little dividers, your little slots are not quite 1 3/4. The compartment storage is $24.50, and to me, I think this is well worth it. You have lots of different ways you can configure it, not figure it, to put different things in there. You could put, some washi in there, maybe your slice tool. You can make a little like carry with you kit for everything that you use while you're planning, all the little tools. And it sits on your desk, or you could put it in your desk drawer if you didn't want it out. If you put it on your desk, you could put a couple of things on top of it as well. If you don't have a lot of desk storage room, you would just have to remove them to get into your container. Love this. I have no complaints about the compartment storage. I am so in love with my monthly planner. I cannot wait for August so I can start using it. I might actually start setting it up now since we're like a week away from August. I am excited to get started with my reusable index cards. I have 2 story ideas in my head that I'm currently working through as I read through books and learn how to plot those out. So these are going to be very helpful, along with my retractable markers. And I did get the fun colors so that I could use these for different parts of those stories in my head. I could do like Act 1, Act 2, or I could do it by character. That's why I love having color options so I can color code things. I am slightly disappointed in my sticky notebook just because of the cover. I thought it would have been a little bit more sturdy of a cover. I'm excited for my chisel dot tip markers. I will mostly be using the dot part. I don't really use the chisel tips very often. I do plan to use these in my compact vertical. I think these colors will go really well with the wildflower colors. I haven't compared them yet, but they just feel like they would kind of match with that, even though I put stickers all over it. And then I am excited to get my desk drawer organized and my workspace a little more organized with these pastel acrylics. Let me know in the comments how you would use any of the items I got here, either like a monthly planner, how would you use that? Maybe how you would use reusable index cards or the little storage containers. Would you put them on your desk? Would you put them in your desk? What do you need to organize the most? Until next time, I hope your coffee is strong enough to help you get everything done.